What is up YouTube? It's your boy Alex here from Team Generations, and today we are back with another video. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and discussion video actually on the new deck set coming out for Chronojet. So if you've been living under a rock for the past couple months or so, you might not know about this, but otherwise everybody's kind of familiar with Chronojet over here, so I did want to just open up the regular version of this and kind of give a discussion at the end in terms of, is this a good product, A, on the merits of the deck itself, B, is it healthy for the game? So a lot of different things kind of going on with this deck, and I think I have a lot of thoughts on it in general that maybe kind of echo some of yours. So let's hop right in, we'll do the unboxing and kind of discussion at the end. And just really quick before we begin, I just wanted to quickly mention that if you guys are interested in purchasing this or any of the cards inside here on TCG Player, we do have an affiliate link down in the description below. You can shop that link, absolutely no cost to you, to help support the channel. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you in advance. And if you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like on the video, possibly consider subscribing to the channel. But without further ado, let's crack it open. So we did have a couple teammates buy the premium version, but wasn't able to really get that on camera just with the schedules and whatnot. So let me open this guy up. As you can see, this is completely sealed. I actually haven't really seen an unboxing of this. I've played against the deck a couple times now at locals and whatnot. But overall, I'm pretty excited, and this is an interesting kind of conundrum over here. I'll kind of get into that actually later, but let's just look at the product. So it comes kind of cased up in this over here, which kind of shows you everything that comes inside of the box. So obviously it has the main deck. It's 51 cards total, which is interesting because there is actually a crest, and that goes in the ride deck. I don't believe the main deck coming right out is technically illegal. You just have to put that in the ride deck. So let's check it out now. Let's go into it. Nice little Chronojet thing there. You can kind of maybe cut that out, keep that as like a keepsake or whatever. But the box is pretty sweet. It's like a regular size. This is kind of like the Bushy-Road Springfest size, or Bushy-Road BCS size from like 2019, I think. This is actually a much better size in my opinion. The MLB one, I think, was a little bit bigger. Some of the other ones recently that I've purchased have been just a little bit too big in general, and I like this one. I can kind of fit in the backpack, put my markers and whatnot kind of in there. So wow, we actually do get these. I thought we only kind of get these out of the premium set, but these are some counters. You can kind of stick them on over here onto this and then make them, you know, like the 100 million, this could boost, blah blah blah, whatever drive. So it's actually pretty cool. If not, you can just put it on whatever you want. So it's actually a decent inclusion overall. I think markers are always fun. I wish they gave like a +10 little sticker on there, but maybe you can make your own. So looks like the deck comes sealed in this plastic over here, which is pretty cool. Let's check out the rest of the contents if there's anything else in here first. Whoops. Looks like there's just the frame, and let me get rid of the styrofoam here. Yeah, just the styrofoam overall, so we can see that. It's no big deal. We are going to then hop right into the deck. Again, this is like a nice size box. I actually do like that it's not like the largest in the world. I'm just going to toss that over here on the side, and let's crack it open and start getting into the deck itself. Now, just in general, I feel like this is a good product, yes, for the reason that you can now purchase a product and have a decently ready meta deck kind of out of the box. You know, a couple upgrades here and there, a couple things to swap out, but at the same time, the game has just been so poorly managed to this point where like the staples to kind of make this into a meta deck have kind of become a little bit more expensive, and they're just not what they once were. So I can't really suggest this as a budget product necessarily, but if you want to get close to it and kind of build into something, this is a good starting point for that. So let's pause right here and zoom in. Cool. So I just wanted to zoom in over here, and as you can see, we got the Chronojet right there. So it does share the skill with the original Chronojet, which is awesome. This is actually able to be swapped in, so you can use the old Chronojet from G. You can use this one. You only get one of the triple rare, but it is what it is. I think the deluxe version gets either the SP or the triple rare version of it, but that is all good and dandy. 4 copies of that. We get a copy of the ride line, and this is kind of annoying because I guess I'm going to save this for later, but you only get 1 copy, it looks like, of Mazer Gear. You get 1 Chronogen, and I think 1 of the grade 2. I'm not 100%. Let's see as it kind of goes onwards over here. So we do have the Steam Fighter Ballet. So this guy was in OG Retrain. We did get this in V as well, so pretty cool to see that back. I actually really like the foiling, like the color on this card. I'm not a huge fan of like the border, I guess, on the encounter cards, but I guess for this clan and this kind of deck, it doesn't look actually terrible. So we got 3 copies of that, it looks like, over here, and we got 3 more copies. So was this the grade 2 ride line guy over here? No, this is actually different. So this is actually Upstream Dragon. So, oh no, we got 4 copies. I didn't even see the 4th one there, but again, 1 of the triple rare and then 3 of the common, kind of like the MLB set where like, you know, that deck came out. You got 1 of the triple rares, everything, you got everything else in kind of like a double or a regular common version. We have Steam Fighter Argandia over here, got 4 of that, 1 of the triple. Ooh, I actually really do like the triple rare foiling on the PG over here, and kind of cool to have that like in theme. Still has like Gear Chronicle stuff, Dark States, and actually is nice that they did include these with the, you know, the regular PG effect, in that if your hand has 2 or less cards, you can just discard that one. Another guy over here too, we do have the Steam Breath Dragon, so pretty cool. It's the top 5 V-Searcher. It's also used in the original G-Series as well. It's kind of cool because this deck does come with, like, it does fit into, like, the timeline, actually. Like, Chronojet was apparently from, like, 3,000 years ago or whatever, so it does kind of fit that we are 3,000 later, and it's, you know, still the same kind of effect and everything. So we are over here with Gear Sero of Magnetic Resonance, so I actually do really like the foiling on these cards. I feel like they're a little bit different, a little duller than some of, like, let's say the V-Series reprints and whatnot, but it just feels a little bit more real, and it's not bad. It's not bad overall, so I actually do like that foiling. Some of these things do get swapped out in the deck, obviously, but I just want to show you the contents. Ooh, spoiler alert, we have our common Overtrigger over there. Wow, that actually looks really funny and common, but over here we do have Steam Scar GG as well, so nice. Again, I am a big fan of that foiling, and that about does it for, I think, the main deck, unless there's some cards, yeah, kind of hiding at the end. That's more of our G-Zone cards, so let's hop into it. We do have one common version of the Overtrigger. Definitely nice that they did include that, not the regular standard one. I'd be pretty PO'd if they did, so definitely kudos to them for doing that. 4 of the crits, and these actually do have the effects kind of spelled out over here. I think there were some that didn't really have it, but the trial deck or any of the learner kind of newer products always kind of do. We have 3 fronts, which is actually kind of funny, and 4 draws, and we also have 4 heals. Interesting that they went that girl over there, but overall not too upset at all. I think, you know, you definitely do prioritize draws in this deck over the fronts, so I guess I see why they included, but it's weird that it wouldn't include just like 4/4/4 of everything. Getting into the G-Zone now, pretty good looking overall, I will say. This is a pretty cool inclusion because over here you get 3 of the triple rare versions of Chrono Dragon Next Stage, but you also get 1 of the SP version, and I think personally this is really cool. For me, that's enough. I feel like this product, you know, obviously is not as expensive as the premium product. You have to differentiate them somehow, but it's still cool that we did get a taste of it over here. You know, could make you hungry to maybe upgrade and go into that, but overall, super awesome. I really love the bottom of this card over here too. Just the foiling of this card looks awesome. The bottom kind of like still has that G era kind of redness to it, and just kind of looks good. I think this is actually a pretty cool art overall. Not too bad. SP is definitely nice. The borderless SP is, oof, that's actually really cool. Wow, kind of regret not getting the premium one at this point, but at the end of the day, I'm not really a Dark States player per se, so I'm not too upset overall. And same deal with the interdimensional dragon, Fate Ride Dragon. So this guy over here is also another Stride. So again, just to kind of give you a glimpse at that foiling, that SP is actually really nice. I really love the SPs of this over here, and I think that if you did get a full SP G-Zone, it is sick. But at the same time too, I do like the red border. They still have that kind of, like, you know, the encounter card kind of darkness around it, as if you're looking back into a memory or something, you know, that kind of effect. But I think that these are actually really actually pretty nice, and it's nice that they gave like a full triple rare foiling for your G-Zone at least. And then getting lastly, oh yeah, it looks like there is a 4th copy of the Steam Fighter Ballot over here. I don't know why that one was in the back. And then over here too, maybe that's because that's like a 51 card, or I forgot exactly, but we do have the crest. So I think the other one is a nicer version of the crest, but this is still really nice overall. Like, I don't feel disappointed. I don't feel like I've gotten like cheated, or this doesn't like feel super cheap overall. So one crest is definitely super nice, and I'm glad that it did come in this triple rare foiling, not something boring. So awesome. The ride line is triple rare. We did get to see some of the other triple rares. Let's get into the discussion part of the video, and I'll kind of break some things down for you. So I did want to kind of combine this video with an opening with also some like discussion, just general thoughts, like I said before. So just kicking it off, do I think this is like a good product? Just blanket statement 1, 2, 3. Yes, I think it's good. Is it perfectly executed? No, and you know, that's kind of been the MO of Bushy lately. Just like, I feel like a lot of the sealed products in general for other card games kind of fall along the same lines, where you need to buy multiple copies of it, but we're talking about a different price range in general for Bushy. So let's take a step back. Let's compare Magic the Gathering. If you buy like a pre-con, pretty much commander deck, you are spending around that, like either 30 to, actually I think they sell them now for like somewhere around 20, but anywhere between like the $20 and $50 range, and you pretty much have like a deck that's ready to play out of the box. Whether it's good or not is kind of, you know, subjective, but at the same time too, kind of gets you started, gets you in the right direction. In the same vein, we're kind of around that same price range at that $50, $60, whatever this is. You know, obviously the premium collection is more, but we're going to talk to base rarity here. I think it's great in a lot of regards, in terms of you can crack this open, pretty much have a playable deck, but even more so, you need to go and buy some other cards, and that's just the nature of TCGs in general. I feel like Pokemon had a battle deck that was pretty good as of recent, but most, Yu-Gi-Oh decks, structure decks, things like that. So comparison in the market, even Digimon TCG kind of things as well. Comparison in the market, it's not uncommon, but the price is a little bit higher. So you buy like a Digimon starter deck, there are no other kind of like structure deck kind of like real deck sets at this level to kind of compare it to, so it's not a fair comparison necessarily, but you do have to upgrade things, and I feel like that is the nature of TCGs. But where the issue kind of lies now is beyond this product, the Bushiroad distribution and just the general the ratios that they put in the case are kind of bad, and they've been really bad for quite a while now, so it does make this deck a lot more expensive than it has to be. I want to compare this apples to apples with another deck, the MLB deck. When it first came out, it was a pretty minimal upgrade, and you had a meta ready deck that was definitely something that was contending, right there in the top tier. This has pretty much created almost a tier 0 format. There's Ava, there's Jet, there's Youthberg to an extent, but I think that's kind of like plateaued off at this point and kind of hit the ceiling. You're kind of introducing something that jumps the meta and just like becomes so much better. Whereas MLB, kind of when that came out, it wasn't so much better than absolutely everything else. It did some things really, really well, and it gives you a deck and a template that was pretty much ready to rock, like right off the bat. So I was more expecting a product like that, but obviously if you've been watching results for the past couple months, this is pretty much the tier 0 guy in standard, aside from maybe Ava. There are some things still that can float around. Like, I will say standard feels good in general in that you can like play most decks and kind of get away with it. Whether that's just because trigger luck and low kind of shield values in general, that's to be seen. But in general, this is still, I would say, the best deck in format, followed semi-closely by some others. So in that regard, I'm not too happy at the power level that it kind of came out at, and I feel like if you want to play competitively, you have to play Jet right now, so it is what it is. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you're somebody like me who maybe prefers a different format, you want to maybe fool around with some of the Chronojet stuff that you have separately, let's say for premium, cool, this comes with the G-Zone, I can maybe transition to premium pretty easy, or maybe they're kind of, putting the training wheels on to get people ready to get into that format in general. But if you want to take this and go make it into premium, there's no ride line, obviously, and this is where the big issue has been coming from. Mazer Gear Dragon. So Mazer Gear is only included in here, you saw at a 1 of, and this is the only thing that gets the crest. So if you wanted to play around, do the crest thing in premium, kind of get around some of this stuff, it's become ridiculously expensive. There's the meme that somebody posted this for like $1,000. People are just buying this deck set, selling the rest of it, and keeping the Mazer Gear. So it's kind of annoying. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. If you wanted to play premium, you're again kind of price locked. That's something that's super, super expensive. So hopefully they reprint this as like a common or something, maybe in a previous or upcoming set. So just kind of not too happy in that regard. And they kind of knew what they were doing. I don't believe Bushiroad are stupid. I think they know exactly what they're doing. They needed to create 1 ofs, 2 ofs, things like that people wanted to purchase. If they included this at a 2 of, like, that would be a lot better. Instead, it is a 1 of. So if you want to buy 4 of these sets to play premium, that's what you're going to have to do. So it is very, very expensive, and it's very annoying. I don't know, maybe they will come out with like a promo version of this or something a little bit later on, but until then, this is the only way to get the crest, and it is pretty annoying. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know any other comments down below. Let me know what you think of this product, if this is a good product, this is something that you're looking forward to. Are you, excited about Jet Meta? Completely, just let me know your thoughts. So thank you again. This is Alex from Team Generations, signing out.